Y'all, I'm back. I'm here to talk about a voiceover dialogue that was done by Fiona Goode from the Coven of the American Horror Stories. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like Fiona, but I like Fiona. I used to look forward to what she was doing, but she, to me, is a typical baby boomer female. The way that she did not gracefully give up her position as being the supreme, and she was going against millenniums, and her daughter was Gen X, of course, and her daughter was next in line to be the supreme when she left there, and she fought it with everything she had. I know that her looks were, she was still a beautiful woman, but her looks was depleting. She went to she had cancer. I think it was in her spine. She um, kind of, she did what she wanted to do. She was not there for good intentions. My goodness, she unlived the Supreme before her. If you watch the Coven, Fiona was a treacherous woman that did whatever it was due to for her. She was the calling card, the encyclopedia photo of a um, baby boomer psychopath. She would do whatever she had to do to keep her position. And if you look at that character, it tells you. Me, I look at the character and look at the bigger view. She reminds me of so many baby boomers women that I've met in my life, that they were only out for themselves. Whatever was good for whatever benefited them, this is what they had to do, and this is the mind frame of these people. They really um, didn't have to be like that. They chose to be like that because the silent generation did spoil them, and some of them were from the previous generation. If they went from the silent generation, it was from the what was the generation before that? If the name of it, the generation before the silent generation, um, they just, you got to wonder what was coming in during that time period, what kind of spirits coming through these people during that time. But let's talk about Fiona. Like I said, she to me is a representation of the baby boomer women. That man, maybe the that demon man that she was with was a representation of the male um, version of the baby boomers, because a lot of them. I mean, I'm gonna say this just to keep it above. Not all baby boomers are bad. I've met some great baby boomers. I think they did a lot of work on the shadow work on themselves, but I'm gonna say that's only 5% out of the other 195% of them are like Fiona Good. They are all, and I mean, they don't really realize what they're doing. I don't believe, but it's just the way that they are. That's the way that generation it was. It was all about them. It was all about me, me, me. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Take, take, take. Do what I got to do to get what is mine. And the parents let them get away with it. So again, they became entitled, spoiled baby boomers. Silent generation, we could go back in time. We tell you not to do that to them. But since I am a person that speaks about things from a Gen X perspective, I'm here to talk about my view. Y'all, I'm trying to get my hair right. My view about the baby boomers. But okay, let's get this party started. And the song that came to me, it was in the movie. It's by Donovan, The Season of the Witch. So I'm gonna do my little part of that. And I got the lyrics here. Okay, it said, "When I look out my window, many sights to see. When I look in my window, so many different people to be. They strange, so strange. It's so very strange to me. You got to pick up every stick. You got to pick up every stick. You got to pick up every stick. Oh no, must be the season of the witch. Must be season of the witch, yeah. It must be season of the witch. Dum, dum, dum. And that's all I for. I'm going with it. I'm setting the tone for this right here. Y'all, I gotta do something with my hair. Hold on here. I don't know which way it's going. Whew. Hold on here. But y'all, yeah, I love that song. That's by Donovan Season of the Witch. Hold on, let me get my hair right. Okay, y'all, I'm back. But anyway, yes, I had to. I like that song by Donovan, Season of the Witch. Had to do a little the theme of American Horror Story, The Coven. And let's talk about Fiona. What type of person y'all think? We know she's a baby boomer. She was in the she was supreme in the 60s. So she is definitely yeah, 60, 70. She went to Woodstock and all that. Her and the redhead talked about their time at Woodstock and all the fun they had together. So we talking about these are typical baby boomers during that time. Fiona really didn't want to let go of what she had going on in her life. And I'm going to do a voiceover that she really kind of uh, stated about what type of person she was and how she felt about what she had been doing all through the years. And I think it's very important. It's kind of like she didn't know that the last dance was coming for her, and it finally did. And a lot of baby boomer women, they need to understand at certain point in your life, certain seasons, they're over. You got to let the next generation, you can't be hating on the next generation or trying to stop them because you didn't go after what you wanted in life, because you wanted everything handed to you and you didn't put any work in to make yourself a better person. For one thing, you didn't pursue your dreams for another. You didn't go out there and actually put some work in for your life to go for the things that you actually wanted. You're going to wait till you get retired after working somewhere 35 years, doing things to being very, doing a lot of mean things to other people and thinking that karma is not going to come and bite you in your ass. Come on now. Okay, the same thing happened with Fiona. At the end, you look where she ended up. She was willing to do terrible things to stop from aging and remain youthful. For that one thing when she went to she was already sick. She had cancer, and she went to the doctor and said didn't want to look like she didn't want to look like a goddamn trout, at the end of surgery, and she was trying to fake the test, and they couldn't do the test on her anyway, and She hurt more people. She never had good intentions for anything or anybody. Again, this is just showing some of the ways on the inside. The way that you live your life is the way you look. So at the end of the day, if you are after 40 years old, if you don't feel any type of reason to stop doing what you're doing that you've done all your life, quite a good ideal that you just who you are, or you that's who you are, and that's who you're going to be into the end. Maybe like next lifetime, babe. I don't know, or next 10,000 or 20,000, 100,000 lifetimes. You may just get it, but this one here you didn't because you wanted to be a Fiona for the rest of your life. So let's talk about Fiona. Fiona is a beautiful, graceful woman through exceedingly vain, particularly when it comes to aging. Again, she didn't want to get old. She was old, but she didn't want to be old. She's very resentful of the youth that were there. The other Coven members, she did not want them to become the supreme. I see that every day. The same thing with these baby boomer women. These people are old. They're past. They need to be out here doing better things with their makeup for all the time that you miss with your own children, then raise them properly. They're out here still trying to get jobs and adopt children they shouldn't have. They were never good parents with their own children. What in the hell do they need in their old age, 70, 80, with other people's children? This world has gone to hell in a handbasket. No baby boomer needs any additional children. And with society, y'all should know this. DHS needs to stop this. They were terrible parents. They're terrible parents to those children. They're just using them for extra income. And that's really is a really low vibrational. What else? Fiona is intelligent, power hungry, ruthless, and sophisticated. Does that sound familiar? Fiona is intelligent, power hungry, ruthless, and sophisticated. This is Fiona's personality. Fiona is a beautiful, elegant, graceful, intelligent, witty, and charismatic. She was that. A woman through exceedingly vain, particularly when it comes to her aging. Again, she has moments of extreme kindness. For instance, using her powers to wait a minute. Oh, she brought a baby that died at birth. I remember that scene. But she also was ruthless, exhibiting no guilt over getting rid of people. You know what I mean? I can't say this on YouTube. Fiona was not a good supreme. Despite possessing great magical powers and delightful wicked wit, Fiona has used her powers to grant herself a life of luxury. A life of luxury. A lot of things what the baby boomers did also. They didn't care about anybody else but themselves. Whatever they got was give me, give me, give me. Whatever they got through usually no type of hard work. They usually inherited a lot of things or they got it from their parents. I mean, whatever they could sift out of their parents, they did that. They got everything they could from their parents. They were going to sift every last drop. You hear me? They were going to sift that. Fiona used her powers to grant herself a life of luxury, forsaking the needs of the Coven to pursue her own selfish desires. This typical of the baby boomers, y'all are known as the most selfish, psychopathic generation that's out there. You care about nothing, nobody, no one but your own generation. Y'all make policies and it's going to blow up in the next generational space. We got TikTok. We only probably got about 10 years to go. Most of you will be in the 6 feet under and you will be nowhere around and you really didn't care. As long as you benefited, you didn't care about the next generation. Think about Fiona Goode. That's what you are. This is the what you embody. This is the spirit that's within a lot of you. Okay. Yeah, she was just Fiona was intelligent, power hungry, ruthless, and sophisticated at all at the same time. You can't be all. She had kindness. She did bring that baby back at the hospital when what was her daughter? Her daughter named Camellia. Camellia went to the hospital because that woman threw the ash in her that stuff in her face, and she was at the hospital, and she seen that woman. She had lost her baby, and she brought the baby back. Yeah, she said a little spiel like, "You're gonna take care of the baby, blah blah blah. You're gonna love the baby," and she blew into the baby and brought the baby back. So she did have some degree of kindness at some extent, but she was so low vibrational at that point. She was only able to bring forth a demon to be her lover at the same time. And this happens a lot too. Okay. She was so low vibrational, even though she was a supreme, her intentions were all bad. It was all about getting rid of whoever she had to stay alive and keep herself from aging. Her outside, of course, you could tell she had aged, but she was still beautiful. But her mind frame, she always wanted to be that one up. And in order you have to a certain degree, you have to realize, hey, my time is up. I'm handing the torch over to the next generation. And Fiona didn't even do the best she could to make that generation better. She squandered everything she had because she was selfish. In this right here, and I'm going to talk about y'all give y'all opinions about Fiona Good. What do y'all think about her? I thought she was very funny. The things she said, very again, very selfish, narcissistic, just a psychopath. She did what she could for herself to the end, my friend. Smoking them cigarettes, wearing those choo choo high heel shoes. She only wore the best of the best. She married well. She traveled the world. But this right here tells me something that Fiona knew that her time she had lost. She had even lost. Was losing her power. She was gone. She knew this. She said this is this for. Or this is called the dance. It's a dance. A dance no one ever had to teach me. A dance I've known since I at first saw my reflection in my father's eyes. My partners have been princes and starving artists, Greek gods and clowns, and every one of them certain they lead. But it's always my dance. I make the first move, which is no move at all. I've always just understood that they will eventually find themselves in front of me. Primitive, beautiful animals that bodies responding to the inevitable of it all. As it's my dance, and I have performed it with finesse and abandon with countless partners. Only the faces change. All at this time, I never suspected the night would come when the dance would end. You got to remember, nothing lasts forever. All seasons change. When the season is up, you got to know when to let go. You got to know when to change. If not, it's going to cause some problems for yourself and the future generation. With that being said, I always think about Fiona Good, you baby boomer. Peace.